Attention, 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 attention. Ten Hag inners. Ten Hag outers. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, it is time to sit down and gather and have a conversation. Let's talk about what just happened this week versus the Germans, versus Bayern Munich.
Oh, my God!
Let's also talk about what is ahead of us. Oh, a trip to Anfield.
Oh, my God!
I don't want to go. I don't want to do the stream. And I'm sure that is part of what's going on in some of the Man United players. And hopefully, the starting 11, shows up. And the more I think about that game, the more stress, anxiety inducing it kind of feels. But also, we know that Manchester United this season has been like a box of chocolates. So it's just one of them things where you never know until kickoff, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the Power Predictions Show. We're going to talk about match day 17 as well as the Bayern Munich game and the Liverpool game versus United. My name is botswanapapi. This is the Football Power Hour. Make sure you do the thing where you wipe your feet, sanitize your hands, and hit the like button.
Bruno Fernandes! It's fair! It's Martial! Just waiting on the back post, surely he'll be found! And scores first! Premier League goal at Old Trafford!
First things first. I just gotta say my quick feeling about just that Bayern game was just, we never, ever really looked menacing. I want my team to play like a home team that's confident in the Champions League. And it is just such a very unfortunate thing that our Champions League hopes and dreams have been crushed. I never thought we were gonna go far. I never, ever thought by any means we were going to go that far. But at the same time, I'm a Man United fan. I'm a believer. I just felt like something could happen. Our European dreams could continue. Bayern Munich couldn't even marry us to the Europa League. That marriage couldn't go through. Ladies and gentlemen, we could not manage even a draw. That is so disgraceful and so disgusting. I just want to kind of delete 2023 and say, you know what? Let's move on. Let's look forward. Big up to everybody that's in the building, by the way. We got Niall saying evening. I got the power. Stephanie in the house as well. Mark in the building. And also Jarvis in the house. Happy Thursday, Jarvis. I hope that you're having a good Thursday, my friend, and that your week has been going as well as it could, given the circumstances. We are now a team that is playing Premier League, and maybe we might, have a good run in the FA Cup. Who knows what 2024 has in store for us. But right now, I just want to say, whether you're eriktenhag in or eriktenhag out, hit the like button. Let's talk about this Bayern Munich game. When I say let's, I am going to invite the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, men like Manj in the building.
What's good, bots? What's good to the people in the chat? Thanks for having me on as always.
Hey, bro, it's always a pleasure to have you. And I'm like, that team, bro. I don't know how you like post reflection, because I know we talked right after kickoff, right after 90 minutes, and it was an extensive conversation, but. Even now, a few days later, after sleeping on it, how are you feeling real quick?
I'm feeling relaxed. Didn't expect United to do anything against Bayern Munich anyway. I'll still stand by what I said before in the training session. And this isn't the Bayern Munich that are hitting right now. And I believe that, this is where we are and where we deserve to be, because his team is terrible and the manager is against the ropes right now. Boxing wise. Boom, boom.
I hear you. So there is a feeling in the air with Man United fans around the world, brother, where some people are sort of, starting to flip. Some people are starting to turn into eriktenhag out. Some people are still firmly eriktenhag in. It's a big spectrum, bro. Where are you on the scale?
The scale has not shifted. I'm Ten Hag in. But here's the thing, though.
Okay.
I'm in because I can't let the players get away with dropping another manager under the bus. I hated that situation where it's saying, "Oh my God, the manager didn't do this." Then the players are to blame. They've been here since Jose LVG. Forget about the revisionist history. Yeah, I believe the manager is the right man, but the players are terrible. But here's a caveat.
Okay. Yeah.
You know how people say when the manager is going to be sacked and Liverpool, it ain't going to happen. I believe, from my heart of hearts, from where we were here before, I think that the manager will be gone if the club misses out on Champions League qualification mathematically. That's what I think.
Word. Okay. So will that disappoint you? Because that would disappoint you, obviously, because you're still eriktenhag in.
Yeah, because I need him to prove the doubters wrong. And I believe, I said it from the beginning, that no matter who comes in, whether it's Jose, LVG, there could be Pep or Klopp, this wouldn't be this will still continue.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
The players need to be cleared out,
Yes.
And okay, well, let's go ahead and talk about the briefly just brush through this Bayern Munich atrocity we witnessed at Old Trafford, bro. I'm just while I'm clearing up this template from the previous game. We had a lot of C's. Look at that, our team, man. We have my invisibles. Let me clear out these grades. They don't look good.
Invisible.
B's, C's, C, U, F, C. What? Okay.
Oh, you've already done it then. You've already done the review. That's no problem.
No. I'm literally looking at the grades right now. Hold on. Let me show you what I'm looking at. I was just trying to, fix the template for this Bayern Munich game, but this is the Newcastle one, right? And look at the grades: C, D, V. It's not looking good, bro.
It's not looking good, man.
It's not looking good. Okay, Andre Onana, bro, he let a goal in. What grade are you giving him? Before I say that, almost as he's eriktenhag out, caps lock. eriktenhag out all the way. Now says quiz tomorrow. Of course, my friend. Of course. Always. Friday happy hour number 41, I believe. This is so make sure you pull up for that one too. Anyway, so what grade is Andre Onana getting from you?
He didn't really do much transfer. I'm gonna say like a C minus.
C minus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he conceded that goal, but was there anything that he could do with the Kingsley Coman shot, in your opinion?
Yeah, he could close him down, but we don't know. We know what he did. He just stand his line in it. So that's just more of his game. So
he stood his line, He stood his line, and I think he was almost expecting Coman to sort of take the shot on the first attempt, on the first with his right foot, because he sort of covered his left a little bit and then was a little too short on the right. I mean, but the thing for me that I must say about Onana is why, fam? Why is Leroy Sané celebrating before? Before Coleman his the shot, Leroy Sané celebrating. Why?
He's like, yep, we scored. Yay.
This was not good. Okay, well, so C is the grade that you're giving him. I think C minus. Yeah, I think that's a fair, okay grade. Okay grade. All right, let's go to Dalo.
I'm gonna let an esteemed resident of Football Power Hour answer this one, and let's bring him in.
Okay. Let me see. Maybe in the chat he might say it. Let me see. Maybe in the chat he might say it. What are you gonna say? Omo, what grade is Dallo getting? He says, I watched the game over. I can be fair today. All right. What grade are you giving Dallo though? Well, I'll step in and say Dallo gets for me, the thing about him is he did prevent Leroy Sané from getting a clear-cut chance, and he switched position when Luke Shaw went off, and I can't fault him, I can't fault. He definitely did better than Onana. I think it's C+. Should be a B minus,
Yeah.
I really can't find anything where I'm like, Dallo, this was atrocious, Mark says B minus for Dallo, almost says C. Box says, yo, Box. Happy Thursday, Box. Onana gets a D minus. That was a pathetic attempt to save. Really, a pathetic attempt at a save. That was, for me, the box. We have to acknowledge the little bit. It was a little bit of a skillful move. Come on. Let's actually be really specific with it. Box. Here we go. Let me show you this. This is what I was talking about. Look, Coleman almost sort of touches it. He fakes that touch where he's trapping the ball. It's a fake. And then Onana is like, oh, damn, I went too far to the left. That's why I feel like this man, you can't really fault him that much. I know. It was one goal that he let in, but that Coleman shot, man, he did something kind of special to just be like, I'm in control. I'm going to have the composure. I'm going to fake man. And then, he's going to fall for it. And Onana did fall for it. So that's why I feel like you're harsh. Box. Onana was expecting a one-time shot. Precisely the point. Okay, let's see. So I say, Mark says B minus, almost says C. I say C. D minus for Onana, says Mark, and it averages out to a C minus. I think that's fair. Bad decision making. He should have charged down. Mark is on the camp of charge down the ball. Don't just stand there like a scarecrow. Fair point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Wan-Bissaka.
No,
Wan-Bissaka, he didn't start. We'll go to Wan-Bissaka when we're looking at the substitutions. Let's go to Luke Shaw.
I'm gonna say C minus again.
C minus for Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
Why?
He's a bit too open.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, okay, I a bit too open. Like where? Like what? Can you be more specific, bro?
He didn't really close his player down when he was approaching him, and he did that thing where have you played Super Mario when the character just floats? He didn't really do much. You know what I mean? So maybe he wasn't injured, but here we are.
Okay. Well, yeah, the thing about the injury also, we got to take that into consideration. For me, yeah, he did all right. And I want to just give him credit for the only shot on target. Well, the only shot in the first half, really. He's the only person that showed that, like, we are here. We're here with the home team, and I think that deserves a little bit of an honorable mention. Hopefully the injury is not too crazy. Okay, let's quickly go to Varane. Let's go to Varane. What grade is Varane getting?
C. I thought it was pretty decent, pretty solid. I'm not sure why the manager benched him. His experience kind of kept the score down, really, to be honest.
Yeah, I say solid as well. Yeah. What about Harry Maguire?
He did all right, actually. Can't lie. Yeah, same as Varane, really. C.
C for Maguire. Yeah, he nearly gave away a penalty, but that was fortunate though. But all right. Yeah, well,
this is just
Maguire.
This is just a platform. I'm just setting a benchmark of the grades. Obviously, they might be changed over the time, but
Oh yeah, some almost gonna come in here and challenge them or mark or something. You know that. All right.
they'll be like, "What are you doing? F minus, everybody."
Right. Let's go to. Let me catch up on the comments real quick and see.
Yeah.
Shaw gets a C. He was balanced, no overlapping, and I think we agree. C minus within the same ballpark, mate. Marx is lethargic and off it. If he gets a C, Dallo deserves a B minus. Ooh. Yeah, Marcus.
fair enough.
C minus, C plus is like you are showing you're both at the other end of the spectrum. But I see what well, Mark will explain this one later when we invite him in. What about Varane? Varane and Maguire B minuses, says Box. All right, fair point. I think those C's for me look like C pluses. That's solid C's for our center backs. C for center back. Almost says that's a Mick Ruby type of joke. Almost says if I see any insane grading, I'm talking. Okay, all right.
This is where I get reckless now. Here we go. Omos.
Let's start with McSauce. I think McTominay. What is McTominay getting, bro?
Scott Ghost didn't really do much. Just did it like a statue. Didn't really do any. There was no link of play. Just coasted, really.
Man, this guy. I just don't know. I don't know where to go from here with this guy. Please, Ten Hag, we beg you. See what this guy is actually useful for. He is important member of the squad, but he's not a starting 11 member, especially when you're not in a midfield crisis per se. Like we got more of a center back crisis than a midfield crisis at the moment. But anyway, come back soon, Christian Eriksen, by the way. McTominay gets, for me, I'm going to give him a D minus. Like, I'm going to start it, just pencil it in and see if anybody is going to contest that and say something else. What do you say, Manj?
I wouldn't contest that. I'm just trying to move on from Scott Ghost over there.
From the Ghost. Okay. All right. Let's go leave Casper alone. The friendly Ghost, McTominay, our Scottish Ghost. Let's go to Amrabat business. How was Amrabat versus Bayern Munich for you, bro?
D. It wasn't really impactful, I think he got booked or something like that. He didn't really do much to impact the game.
Yeah. He got booked for that foul on Musiala.
That's it. That's what he did, really.
Yeah. Not impactful. And for me, like he partially it's a team effort. This thing is like, in a midfield, you cannot, be unless you are even the top players, bro, you still need to have support from your colleagues in the midfield, and Amrabat also did not have the best support. McTominay you're not going to get a good grade if you're with McTominay. For me, I'm going to give Amrabat a D as well. Yeah.
So you're saying he's Amrabat then?
Amrabat. That was better. Let's see what Jarvis says. Jarvis in the building says, ha, Box. What is Box saying? Box says, Amrabat seems quite an average player, seems to be different to the fiery, ferocious guy we see for Morocco. McTominay is missing his brother Fred. McFred used to rule Europe back in the days, McFred. They did. They were big game players, They could turn up versus PSG. What if we had them? Why? They could probably work versus Bayern if we were trying to play, counter-attack FC. Amrabat gets a C minus from Omo. Omo says he's ready to talk. You know what? I think, yeah, it's time to invite Mark, Omo, and anybody in the chat that wants to be a part of this conversation too. I am going to go ahead and share the link in a moment. And okay, talk to me about Bruno because I know we're going to come back to Amrabat.
Do you mean a Portuguese Mason Mount? For me, apart from he had these like 2 reckless shots, shout out to KG. I'm surprised he didn't complain more. So fair play to him on that. I'm gonna say C- for Bruno.
C- for Bruno. Okay, yeah. Okay. So for me, you see, Bruno.
It's tough, isn't it? Like
yeah, man. He's really tough. He's really tough. Let's invite Mark in the building. See, Mark, what you saying for Bruno, bro?
I don't dispute the C- there. I can't dispute that C- today. I think on a better day, those 2 shots he take with a cannon inside of the post and be goals, because Bruno scored some rockets, but he was off it. So, despite he had a decent game defensively, he was covering a lot, supporting Amrabat, playing some passes to the players to keep the ball moving. I think a C is a fair result. I think that's based on his performance. I'd really argue for Maguire and Dalot, really, because I think Maguire was head and shoulders above Varane before his substitution, and I think Dalot was head and shoulders above Shaw. So if you're giving Shaw a C-, then Dalot had to get a B. If you're giving Shaw a D, then we could talk about Dalot staying as a C+. You know what I mean? And I think Maguire was better than Shaw before his injury. I think before his injury, we was looking pretty much in a position where the line was high, we were sure, the back was more sure, and I didn't feel like we might have conceded. I feel like him coming off also aided us conceded that goal, because I think he was keeping the defense more sure of that. You see that run and he would have probably be telling Wan-Bissaka, hey, hold your line, don't drop off, don't dawdle, don't fall asleep there. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I feel like Maguire deserves a B. His performance in the first half was the top out of all the players, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And apart from him, I think the next person who had the most solid game was actually Dalot.
Okay.
That's why I give Dalot a B. I think it's between the 2 of them, really, was the better performers on the day. I feel like the rest of the team was doing okay, solid, but not really doing anything much to say that they did a lot, to say that they was contesting for man of the match. Like Amrabat, I feel like the D is a bit harsh, but he did also contribute. He was a little bit lethargic in the game, he didn't have a good game. I think he grew into the game, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like he woke up after the goal, in my opinion, because the play leading to the goal, I think he could have probably make a tackle, I feel like in the situation with Musiala, he should not have tackled Musiala. He should have just let him go, you know what I mean? And trust the defender at the time to pick him up, because I think he would have. So I felt like that was a bad decision from him, but it was also because he started late. Some games he will be on point and some games he might just be a little bit behind, because his form still coming in, his fitness still coming in, match fitness readiness now,
Yeah.
So I wouldn't blame him for that too much. But like I said, Maguire and Dalot was the better players for me during the game. They was the most consistent. Other than that, yeah, I think I agree with most of the scores here. I think Onana deserve a D though, because I mean,
all right, let's consult the voice of a different United supporter and say, Omo, what you saying, bro?
Hey, what's up?
A new challenger has entered.
Yes.
I'm about to deserve a C-, because I watched the game over. He was making a lot of forward passes, but the ball keep coming back to him, because whoever he passed the ball through, they don't know what to do with the ball. And even the McTominay, I won't give him an E, but I'll just go to D-, because he wasn't hiding from the ball this time. But when they passed him the ball, he didn't know. Like, he just played safe. Passing ball, he's just gonna pass it back. Like, bro, look forward. Like, run with the ball a little. Do something with the ball. You just pass it back at me. Like, oh, I don't want this ball. So I'll give him a D man for not hiding, but he shot over the ball. Bruno, yes, I'll give Bruno. The reason why I give the Dalot and Shaw, no, I don't think none of them deserve a B because going forward, again, it goes with the winger that you're working with. The Garnacho and Antony were not doing nothing. Because you know, in the first half, they play right back, and the second half, they play left back. They're not doing nothing to make his grade go up. Like, if they were feeding him the ball the right time or passing him the ball the right time, his grade will go up. But they were not. They didn't help him.
Yeah. I hear you. Okay, so Javis says, Papi, that spreadsheet just dry that makes jokes. Time to sprinkle it with some graphic design magic to bring it to. You're right, Javis. We can do better. It's looking like Man United season, but here we go. Okay, so all right, Bruno C. We agree with that, and I think for me, when Mark is saying Dalot should get a B minus, I'm like, that's a bit extreme.
It's not if you're gonna rate Shaw as a C minus, if you're gonna rate Varane as a C, if you're gonna rate McTominay as a D. Dalot was better than all of them. Clearly.
Yeah, C plus is better than all these guys.
No, bro. A C plus is still a C next to Shaw. There's like a bare difference, a minor percentage difference in a C and a C plus, bro. Let's be real. That's why I said a B minus. It's not a full B, but he's better. He was literally head and shoulders above Shaw in performance. If you rate him, like he played right wing back at first. He didn't concede anything. He played down the left. Nothing came down the left. Wan-Bissaka was the guy that fell asleep. So if you want to blame anyone for us conceding, it's Wan-Bissaka's fault. Dalot did his job.
No, that one we agreed.
So let's say if he did a standard job, that's already a C plus, bro. Right? Because let's say a C plus is a 6.
Yeah,
he did a standard job, and then he did a little better because he was good going forward. He almost had a goal. Maybe if he was a step quicker, he scored the goal, and you have to give him credit for that. You know what I mean? So
that's what's in the comments right there.
That's why he's a B. So if you can't, he had a 7 out of 10.
All right. Let's consult Sashiv. Sashiv, what are you saying, bro?
What's good? 100% agreed about Diogo Dalot. I'm not gonna lie. That goal we have conceded, it was all on Wan-Bissaka and Onana, both collectively. In my opinion, Onana he did try to at first. He did try to dive from his own left at first, but to be fair, he should have actually charged towards Kingsley Coman, in my opinion. During the game, I knew the goal was coming, and the way I just saw Leroy Sané celebrating as well. I mean, it just absolutely says it all, you know.
Yeah, because he saw Wan-Bissaka fall asleep.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And this is why I blame why I blame Wan-Bissaka and Onana is because Onana seeing the game. He's seeing what Kane's seeing before Kane see it. He's seeing Kane see Wan-Bissaka on keeping him on side. So he's supposed to be saying, Bissaka, push up. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be telling him, push up, go out, run out. If Bissaka take one giant step forward, right, in the moment, right before the pass, Kingsley Coman offside by a country mile. One step. But inside step forward, he took a step back. So you have to blame for them. You can't blame people because
we're moving to a B minus, C plus, very close.
Maguire had to get a B too because he had a brilliant first half.
Yeah, no, that one I agree. Maguire was.
Shout out to the Dollar Defense League, by the way, for getting him to B plus. Big up.
Yeah, had to be on the Defense League when a player perform well. You had to give them the flowers. That's my onus.
But then Maguire didn't Maguire just play like only 43 minutes?
Yeah, but still, bro, his performance in the half was good enough to be a B, bro. And if you want to mark him for being injured, Okay.
No, I'm not
Then we
marking
can't
for.
give
I'm not
short.
marking.
We can't give short a
I'm
C.
not.
We gotta give short a D.
I'm not marking for being injured because okay.
All right. Well, let's move on from that one. Let's go to Rashford was not there, Martial was not there.
It's, they both are anyways non-applicable.
I think Antony could get a C. He
Let's
was. I feel like he was productive. He was very. I mean, I could
the
argue
first
for
one
Antony to get a B minus, but let me not argue that. I would just say that he was productive. He had an okay game. I'll give him a 6. So I think that's a C plus or a C because he was good. He was good in keeping his shape. He kept the width wide. He did get past, Alphonso Davies a few times. It just, didn't happen for him. Had a few moments where he and Dallo had a miscommunication. He had a miscommunication with McTominay as well. So I feel like he's been productive since his return in the last 3 games he played. He was productive. So I feel like we're starting to see the semblance of a player that we might be happy with going forward. You know what I mean? If he could convert and add some output in his performances, I think he would be prime suspect for the right wing.
Manj, do you agree that Antony was productive?
No.
Why?
It's just Antony be Antony, man, trying to make himself look busy, but in the end, he didn't really do much. That's the way I look at it. People want to disagree. That's cool.
Omo, what are you saying? So what grade are you giving him, Manj?
B minus, probably.
B minus?
C minus.
C minus. Okay.
Yeah, I'm being harsh today. I don't care, man.
What is Omo saying? C minus. I see you.
I'm giving Anthony a D. He didn't do nothing with the ball. He did a little nutmeg here and there, and everything was just cut to, like he did nothing. He didn't do nothing. You didn't create. Your shot was off. You didn't do nothing with the ball, and that was it.
So
he was good in tracking back. That was about it. He did a little nutmeg here and there, but again, the key chances, he didn't create any key chances, and that's it.
Okay. So D, and then what does Sashiv say?
For Antony, I just I just give him a C, just a C grade.
I know.
And Mark said a B minus.
Well, a B minus or a C. I say because I would give him a 6 for a decent performance. You know what I mean? He's not a 7 out of 10.
In the first half, he was fine, but like the second half, we looked absolutely dead.
I think it averages out to a C minus. For me, we need.
I'm all right.
When you're talking wingers, those are the guys that were relying to lay the punch, lay the glove on the opposition, and you can't do it by yourself. Obviously, they need a structure. You need your other teammates to be helping you, and he was isolated a lot of times. Sometimes his dribbling. I remember he did this thing where he's like. Pulling like the ball to like the man. These are clips that's going on around online on X that says like this is what 100 mil gets you, and it's like Antony just losing the ball, and all those skills, all that creativity. If it doesn't produce, it almost feels like it's a waste. So for me, it's
but he didn't lose the ball that much, bro. So you can't say that. I just want to clarify. He was not one of the most wasteful players on the field. We get into them though.
Did I say he was the most wasteful?
No, but I said he lost the ball a few times. He didn't. So he probably lost the ball like twice in the whole game.
No. If we want the actual number of times Antony was dispossessed, I have it here.
Dispossessed and dispossessed could mean when the ball went out of play sometimes too. I just wanted to understand. I want to change hands at dispossession.
Yeah.
So it had a few times that the ball was played to Antony, and it was kind of high. He couldn't control it. Like that one time they played it above his head and he tried to bring it down on the line. He was already outside.
Yeah.
The touch he make when he tried to get past the player and it bounced out.
His report card is not looking good. Shot accuracy 0% because we had.
Yeah, well, he didn't have any. He had one shot, it went over. 2 shots, it went wide, and one went over bars.
Yeah,
but that don't mean that. I mean,
Mark,
just like you say,
you are forward. Listen. You are forward.
He's a winger.
Listen, Mark. You are forward. You are expected to have offensive output.
Antony is a winger. He's not a forward. Rashford is a left forward. Antony's a right winger. It's two different things.
Yeah, well, my expectation for somebody who is in the front line is for them to either assist or shoot.
Yeah, that's not the expectation of a winger, bro. You're confusing the expectation of a.
Listen, Mark. Listen. Let's put you in a sin bit for a second. My expectation for somebody that's playing for Man United as a player that's in the front, you have to provide for your teammates, especially if you're not the center forward. You have to be that person that makes those opportunities for your mates. And Antony, if you have 0 out of 1 shots leading to 0% accuracy, fam, is not looking good. It's not looking good at all. Anyway, let's go to the next one. What are we saying about Garnacho? Who's going to start?
Garnacho.
He looked absolutely knackered in this game. Very knackered.
Wow. So what grade would you give him, Sashim?
I'd say C as well.
C. Why?
What I've seen from this game, it was basically he did try, but he did really get outmarked by this who was that centre back called
Mazraoui.
Mazraoui. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. So I just think. Even Stephanie Griffith says C for. Yeah. So I just.
Okay.
I just think he looked really naked in that game. So I just hope he just comes good in the next few games.
Omar, do you agree?
No, I'll give him the same grade. I'll give Anthony D. You didn't create or get a shot on target. I think your dribbling is poor. You got dispossessed so many times. He got dispossessed more than Anthony. He looked tired. I don't think she'll play this. I don't think she'll play the second half because he looked exhausted. I'll just give him a D. Yeah, you didn't create no creation for the striker, so you get a D.
Simple. Okay. Mark, do you agree?
I was giving him a F. I think he was terrible. I'm being honest, I think he was worse than Antony. I lost count in the first half how many times he lost the ball. I mean, he wouldn't pass the ball. He was just like, I'm going to try and dribble and just lose the ball every time. And in my honest opinion, that kind of threw off the game a bit because he was okay, let's be real. Garnacho is one of the most positive attacking outlets. So the team has a slight tilt to the left. He just get most of the attacking outlet balls. So, which means that the manager and the team giving him, that trust, and he needs to make better decisions. And we was complaining about him in the last game when he made terrible decisions as well, and he needs to learn from it. So I kind of had to give him a fail in this game because he did the exact same thing he did in the last game. He tried to go it all by himself most of the time. So maybe, and hopefully he get better in the next game. So I feel he's a young player, so it's to be expected, Yeah. But at the end of the day, he didn't learn from the last game. And as we have seen him in every game before, he was learning from his mistakes. So just a little bit of focus, and I think he will do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, one more thing I want to say before we move on. There was the reason why Shaw grade is so low because Mazraoui was getting the underlap. Because Coleman So much man. Mazraoui get the underlap, and Garnacho not following his man. And Mazraoui got so many chances to cross the ball into the net, cross the ball across the field. And that right there was dangerous. We could have conceded in the first half because of him.
Okay. So Mark went all the way down to F.
I would give him an F too. I changed mine to F.
But Manj, you haven't said. Where are you with Garnacho?
I feel like F is a bit too harsh, man. I think it's gonna be like a D- again, man.
D-?
I mean, you could put your hand in your hand all you want, and I think it's a D- for me. But then again, it's all about opinion. It's all about preferences.
Okay,
that's all I think. D-.
So, all right.
I mean, here's another thing, about Garnacho.
Yeah.
Get rid of that Viva Garnacho song. You're not Ronaldo, mate. All right, relax.
But he loves him so much. He loves him so much.
Guys,
to be fair,
guys, I got a song for you. Guys, I got a song for you, guys. Omo, let me hear a song for you. Viva Garnacho. Did nothing running down the wing. Viva Garnacho. Get out of here, man. D-.
To be fair, man. I'll be honest when I say this, man. I think I all feel like it's a bit early, but I mean, he just kind of give you that air that he will make something happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, make an impact.
He just like Ronaldo. When Ronaldo now starts, he had to learn when to do things and when to do it. He will learn. You know what I mean? Hopefully he will learn soon. So I'm not too mad that the crowd singing his song. I just feel like, when a player give you that emotion as a fan, it's genuine. It's not like if they're forcing it on him. You know what I mean?
I mean,
in a way. Yeah. So I can't blame him too much. I just hope he keep his head focused, to be honest.
I mean, here's the thing about fans. I'm not talking about you guys on the panel. No, I'm not talking about them. So fans are so reactionary these days, myself included. But Garnacho is absolutely doing nothing. Come on, man. Got him. That's it.
I don't know. Mine,
it's not like you want to give him an F, but you give him a D-. To be safe.
You know what? Fuck yeah. You know what? Forget it. F-. Do it.
because everything you said describe an F, but you give him a D-.
Right. Actually, I had the same experience. I was
trying to be in a good mood today.
Just because complaining about the same mistakes from the last game. That's the only reason I give my F. If he hadn't made the same exact mistakes at the last game, I probably would have given him a C or a D-. Swear.
Oh, by the way,
he did things that we slate Rashford for. The same thing we slate Rashford for, he did it that game. That's why.
You guys, what it is though? I'm meant to be just like, I'm meant to have like a quiet night, just talking through the player reaction, do predictions, whatever. I don't know how people are players out and a manager out, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm fans out. Some fans out. They can do one as well.
Come on.
Listen, if we do fans out, we might win the league. Might come second.
Facts.
I really like that, Budge. I really like that. We have some very toxic fans that need to be weeded out. It's the same way we transfer players. We should, when the transfer window opens, some fans, we need to make sure that we get rid of them.
I'm gonna calm down a bit now. If you don't hear me for about 5 minutes, I'm calming down. I've got myself.
Listen, I'm on loan to Getafe for now.
Yo, guys! Just as he mentioned Getafe, I do not. Our Mason Greenwood watch along tomorrow night for Getafe game against.
That's all from me, folks. I'm out of here. Goodbye, lads. I'm out of here.
I'll be there.
We can't wait for the report, Mark. Afterwards, you need to let us know.
Mark, I'll be there with you. I know what time you're doing.
I'll send you the link. Don't worry. I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
It'll be G- on Greenwood.
All right.
Bro, I being honest, if Greenwood was on that list right now, he probably be the only guy getting an A. I'm being honest.
Oh my goodness.
Shall we move on to the
That is the best product from the academy since class of 92. Argue.
He's now boxes Mason Gunwood. Yo, guys, big shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so. What was this supposed to be a brief, quick talk about the Bayern game? All right. So let's finish with Haaland, guys. Oh no, we're not finishing, but like Haaland. What are we saying about Rasmus Haaland? Who hasn't started? Sashiv, start again with the Haaland grade.
With Rasmus Haaland, we basically turned him into a we just basically turned him into a WWE superstar at the moment.
Brock Lesnar.
No, I'll be real with you, because I'll tell you why. Because he's been completely man marked by Upamecano and flipping and Kim and Jae. He was completely outmatched by these two center backs. So, and it's once again, it's basically lack of services being given to Haaland. So unfortunately, it's a very, as Box says, it was a tough night for Haaland. So this game completely has shown that we should have gotten a very good experienced striker in this transfer market. So as for the Haaland grade, I have to give him an E. E.
What?
E.
Grimy, bro. Sorry, bro. I ain't there with you with that one. I understand what you mean, though. I feel like he could be doing better, but yeah, I mean, I don't understand. For Haaland is a learning curve, and in my opinion, he hitting that learning curve very high, right? I feel like he coming up to the pace of what he need to do or what he should be doing. It just ain't really click everything and just settle yet. Yeah, I could see why we needed a senior striker as well, excuse me, but I was never really interested in Harry Kane. I would say it's because we're in a rebuild and Harry Kane is not the type of striker that would have fit the system. People might argue that, but then again, you gotta look at the strikers, the way he wants his strikers to play. He want them to be foxes in the box. He don't want them to drop deep and play calm. So, I mean, he did that with Weghorst, but that was just because Weghorst couldn't finish. You know what I mean? A striker should finish, and Haaland could have done a lot better. Yes, on the game, I think he could have tried and make some moves, try and travel with the ball a little bit. I feel like I would give him more of a C- or a D than give him an E, because at the end of the day, the wingers have to provide for him, so he's more dependent on service, and he's not getting that service.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fair play to Bayern, because Bayern had him man marked for the entire game and they had him double team at different intervals. So, they worked hard on him and he did his best to try and link up and hold up the play when he could. So I'd give him a D, a C- or a D. I don't think I would give him an E. I think that's too harsh.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm actually more on the C- camp. Where are you, Omo, with Haaland?
This game versus Bayern Munich, he's got an F. He didn't get no service. He was a ghost like Casper. It's not his fault. It's not. He's a good player. I see what you're trying to do with the Upamecano.
It's not his fault, Omo. What?
Listen to what Olmo's saying. I kind of understand where Olmo's coming from.
There's more to it, because again, you're not being fed. Manchester United. Okay, now I'm not going to go
service,
overboard.
I think.
This game versus Bayern Munich, he was a ghost. They couldn't give him the ball if they wanted to, because everybody was useless. So if you're there, you're not going to do nothing with the ball. Bruno wasn't feeding him. Antony wasn't feeding him. The Nacho wasn't feeding him. Turner wasn't feeding him. Amrabat, Shaw, Dalot, nobody was feeding him. He had 15 touches the whole game, I believe. No, 15 touches in the first half. Like, he couldn't do nothing. There's nothing he could have done. And there's one time he had the ball, he ran it down the wing, and Upamecano and Kim just bullied him over. And that was the only time he had the ball. That I know that he ran with the ball. Apart from that, they didn't feed him. They didn't feed him, so he's gonna get an F for that. There's nothing you can do about it. Again, if they were crossing the ball and he was missing headers, he was missing shots, then I could give him a C, because I know that, okay, boom, he got a shot on target. But he didn't get a shot on target. He didn't even get a shot off. So he got an F.
That's mad though. Okay.
That is crazy though.
I kind of disagree with the F, but I understand his points where he coming from. I could understand
He
where
can
Ulmo
stand,
coming from. I
yeah.
could agree with him.
You know,
Listen, I'm going back to this game. I don't care what year you came in. I don't care how much they paid for you. I don't care about nothing. Just by today's game, that's all the lens I'm going on.
I hear it. I hear it. I just feel like an F is too harsh. An F is really, really, really harsh. Almost like, and I understand the moments when Haaland got the ball. It was just all very like he can't do anything. You know, it's all like at moments where he's pretty much look at this. Varane.
He had no service.
And he's already out-muscled.
Already out-muscled.
To be fair, that was a foul, eh? To be fair.
Yeah, it looked like a foul as well.
Look at that. That fella jump on his back. That's a foul. Look at that. That's a foul there.
He's like on the left wing.
All those are fouls.
Listen.
This referee...
The manager has to work on his first touch because his first touch is poor, and I'm okay with that. But the manager, that's something he got to get worked on.
Yeah,
but that's for another day.
It's like he's receiving the ball in areas like this. Why is our forward receiving the ball in areas like this?
I mean, it's a forward, easy forward. He had to control the area. I mean, we're not playing with 3 strikers. We're playing with a forward and 2 wingers. So that's why you'll see him receiving the ball in some places, depending on where he is on the pitch. So,
guys,
I mean, this was one of his worst games as a player.
I have to give credit for Tuchel.
He's making a better account for himself.
I have to give credit to Tuchel. Like they just sent the center back that just run at him every single time. That's all they did. They just run at him every single time. His first touch is bad and his passing is bad.
Yeah. Let's be honest here. The only reason people hyped him up because he has a name resembling to Haaland, right? That's it. That's
bro,
the main thing.
Yo, listen.
Dude,
I wouldn't say that, bro. I think Haaland will truly come good. I think by the end of this season, they have 22 games left, bro. I think Haaland will do some bits in that 22 games.
Haaland will do good at another club.
Okay. We have to move on to any substitutes that deserve honorable or horrible mention. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and say, for me, I want to just say the 2 people in the subs that deserve to be talked about is Wan-Bissaka and Maino. And let's start with Wan-Bissaka. We all know he was the one that
I'll
fell
give Wan-Bissaka F-.
No, it's Wan-Bissaka and Johnny Evans. They play the most minutes, right? From the subs.
Johnny Evans will gas.
Evans, yeah. Evans
I think Johnny Evans didn't put a foot wrong, to be fair.
Yeah.
When you're expecting him to be the one to make the mistakes, he was the one showing up the scene. Wan-Bissaka getting a F for fail.
What?
Big shout out to Luan in the building, by the way.
Full failure. And listen, I tired talk about this, and a lot of fans just talk about Wan-Bissaka is the best one-on-one defender. Wan-Bissaka have this big problem. He just do every single game. He just watch the winger come trotting, taking his time, picking his spot, and then look to react. And this is why Wan-Bissaka is fail as a defender for me. This is why I will never say he's better than Dalot.
Everybody
as a defender, you're not supposed to shadow a winger and give him time to pick across in the box.
Brother,
you're supposed to get on him and close him down.
Everyone in the team has a bozo gene. Let's be honest.
What's that?
Everybody in the team has a bozo gene.
Nah, but he bozo gene. They say they pick he out of 300 left backs or right backs or something like that. That's what they're gonna say. They search 300 right backs to find me.
So yeah, that part, like it saddens me that we have Wan-Bissaka, who's such a good defender, but like, you know, we need like a proper somebody who can do both jobs as attacking as well, you know. And it's
not the answer, bro.
Scouting department. It's like our scouting department. Man United. Today I found out that Man United has. Can you guys guess how many scouts Man United has?
15 or no?
15. Okay. What are you saying, Sashiv? Just pick a number,
A
man.
third.
Any number.
I think
0.
it's like
They're good.
3 or 8, something like that. It's between 3
Mark,
and 8 scouts.
Mark went with 3 or 8. What are you gonna say, Omo? Just guess. How many scouts does Man United have?
54.
54. And the answer is 40.
It is on the quiz tomorrow.
It's not on the quiz. It's not on the quiz. It's not on the quiz. It's unfair. The answer is 48. It used to be 60. So, Omo, you're not too far off with 54.
I know it
to 100 scouts.
No, but listen, them scouts had to be shit scouts because I'm being honest with you, fellas. Being honest when I say this, right?
I want to talk on this after Mark.
The problem in Manchester United, right? The problem with Manchester United is the ball.
Mark, before, let's just close up the grades and then from there we'll talk about the scouting problem because there's a big can of worms that
that's such a big headline
that we can fall into. Let's go. Johnny Evans gets a C. Wan-Bissaka gets an F. What about Kobe Mainoo? For me, he was one of the bright things that I enjoyed that night. It was just there for a very, very few minutes, but he had some assurance that he was giving that I was like, we were lacking all game, you know? So for me, he deserves an honorable mention and I give him a C+, B-. What are you guys saying? Anybody has anything to say about this before we move on to eriktenhag?
Let's move on.
Move on.
All right, eriktenhag. What grade is eriktenhag getting?
I say a C-. I mean, you see, the way I look at that game is like the players needed to do better.
Yeah,
they could have done a little bit better. And the manager in a situation where the players not performing badly, but in a way, if they was to do their job efficiently and then focus as a team afterwards, then they would be much better. Because everybody is saying like, okay, Amrabat need help. But then they would say Amrabat bossed the midfield in a game. So which is it? He need help or he could boss the midfield? Because he playing the same single pivot. You understand? 3 days later. So my opinion is these players need to be 1, physically match fit, 2, mentally focused, and they need to do the job. And they will get the help because just remember, if everybody doing their jobs, the way the technical is that they will overlap each other and fill spaces so that they will pick up for each other. You know? So I think is a situation where the team needs to work harder. And yeah, maybe even if I disagreeable that we don't have Europe to put work into practice, I think the rest might benefit a lot of the team because a lot of the team might be fatigued. You know, some of them might have little niggling injuries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with this 1 game a week, the team will have time within, let me say, the next 2-3 weeks. They will be rested a lot more than they were rested ever before. So I think we might see a positive change in the team in terms of energy levels and performance because they're supposed to be getting more rest now, right? So,
I mean, there's a break in January as well after the FA Cup. So
yeah, but that's like that break is like 6 weeks away, bro. So in a way, we have like about, I think it's like 6 or 7 games before that break.
Okay.
So right now, if we could find, you know, that perfect balance between rest and you know, rest and restoration and performance, I think we could change the season. So in a way, I'm kind of looking forward to what could happen in the next 6 weeks. Because I feel like that will be pivotal for our season going forward. The performance of the team in the next 6 weeks is pivotal in deciding how the team will finish the season, in my opinion.
So, Omo, do you agree with Mark? It says C- for Ten Hag. Were you happy with Ten Hag's in-game substitutions, in-game management, game plan?
The manager get an F.
I knew it. I was actually
but
laughing.
I know why you going to say it too. So let him go ahead and explain it.
You get an F. You cannot play the same formation over and over and expect to changes. Like, first of all, I don't know why you play Scott McTominay. I don't know why you're starting Luke Shaw and then Luke Shaw had a bad game last game, or he looked injured last game. He looked injured, is why you took him off, and yeah, you're starting this game. My thing is that whole midfield. I do not know what you plan on doing it, but you better sort it out. The moment Thomas Muller came on, I knew they were going to score. You didn't make any single changes until after they scored. After they scored, you decided to bring on Hannibal and Palestri. It's too late for that. Why you playing Palestri this time?
Bro.
It was after, but okay.
Not because a team make a substitution, your team have to make a substitution.
No. They brought on a dangerous player.
There's not. There's no way.
It was Musiala for Muller
to make a substitution. Not because our next team make a sub, you make a sub. It's based on your team performing poorly, and at that time it was 0-0.
When a player like Thomas Muller come on, you have to adjust.
Thomas
you don't
Muller
have to
has been rubbish this season, bro.
So if they have Messi come on, you won't make any changes or any adjustments.
I'm not saying no, but you don't need to make a change right away. It's not. You have to see how the game, how he impact the game before you change.
Mark, I agree with you. You have to wait to play the game out. You didn't have to make a sub. Make adjustment because
how you know he didn't make adjustments, bro? Because he didn't make a sub, he didn't make any adjustments. That's
no. I'm saying the way our shape is, there was no change in our shape. So for me, the Magic gonna have. Why is McTominay starting?
That part.
Why is McTominay starting? Why is Luke Shaw starting? Hell, why is
Martinez starting? About my McTominay start at the beginning.
No, I'm just going out for what's Leicester. Like this game, you knew you lost this game already.
The team, bro. Like
did
any
McTominay have
manager
a good
would
game
start
last
playing
game?
Form.
Prior to the Bayern game, did McTominay perform well?
He was still the player in form.
He didn't play. He came on as a sub.
For one game. Form is a five game sort matchup.
That's
how they rate form in a player. 5 games. In the last 5 games, our best player after Maguire is McTominay. There's no arguments there with that.
To sum it up, the manager need to go. He had Joe Hugo on the bench. I know people gonna say, "Oh, don't bring on the youth," but bro, you need to go. Why you taking a Varane and you put on Mino at that point? Like,
because he changed the shape of the team, he probably felt that he could show up the midfield and Kobe Mainoo might provide more of an outlet going forward that would help the attack. That's the only way I could think about it.
No. He should. You should do that.
Now you say no because you disagree with it. But he made a change, and in my honest opinion, when I see Kobe Mainoo came on, I thought 2 things. Kobe Mainoo is going to help show up the midfield, and he will help progress in the ball going forward. So
Kobe Mainoo
he made changes. It didn't work.
Kobe Mainoo came on at the 80th minute and he took over Varane. The manager is clueless.
At no
He's
point
not coaching the players.
The manager can't play football for the players, bro. He not controlling them with a PlayStation
the manager's
control.
Clueless. He doesn't know what he's doing, and his subs are terrible. From minutes, we got played from minute 0.
Okay,
you have 2 goalkeepers on the bench. 2 goalkeepers on the bench. Yeah, get this man out of here.
All right. Omo and Mark, we've heard your opinion on this. We do not need to hear your opinion more on this one. Manchester Shiv, how do you feel about Ten Hag? I want to ask specifically about the lineup and about the in-game management. How was it for you, Sashiv?
First of all,
okay, man,
can I say one thing? Just did some research. Well, Google. United's last game is on January 14th until the 1st of February. So it's technically 4 weeks, not 6 weeks. Sashiv, go ahead.
What's she saying, Sashiv?
Sashiv, your mic on mute.
Okay, sorry.
So what are you saying about Eriktenhag?
Oh, okay, yeah. Bro, right now I'm just kind of I'm kind of zoned out at the moment, so I really can't be asked. So it is what it is. So it's C for me.
C for Ten Hag. Okay,
I'm really zoned out.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, we're almost done with this part anyway, so hopefully he can zone back in. Big up to you though. Okay, so for me, here's the thing. Like as Mark said, form. When you're looking at it, zooming out of the picture, McTominay is one of our informed players in this tumultuous, horrible moment in the season. Like he scored 2 versus Chelsea, right? And then of course we got walloped by Bournemouth, and he was invincible. But you do not automatically just pull him out, because it would seem like you're singling him out. So, the manager, it was a gamble. He tried McTominay in the lineup. The lineup for me, you need to read and see that, okay, is McTominay actually really having the impact that that I want him to have? If not, put in Maino. See what happens. The moment when Maino came in, there was something that I really loved about the assurance that we had in the middle. So I'll put a little bit. I'll mark Ten Hag down for that and say Maino should have come in sooner. The Luke Shaw one, somebody said that almost said Luke Shaw shouldn't have started. For me, Luke Shaw makes sense if he's passed fit by the medical whatever department and he's available for selection. You go with Luke Shaw. And finally, we saw the partnership of Varane and Maguire. We have always been told by Ten Hag that that partnership doesn't work. The angles are weird. They're not as effective according to the way Ten Hag wants to play. And I really bought that. And I thought, his defense can never be set up in another way. But then he was asked why is Varane now in the lineup? He's like, well, we have to defend against a very good team. And I'm like, Ten Hag, where were you?
Get this man out of here, man.
The problem. The problem with Olmo, right? And Ten Hag is this, right?
Yeah.
Ten Hag say he can't play Ajax style football with his team. Olmo say, well, that is why we buy you. Okay? Like most fans, Terry Fleur saying the same thing. But what I would say to that? Don't be foolish. You cannot play. Anybody could watch this United team and know they cannot play Ajax football. So you don't waste your time doing nonsense.
I want him to be a coach.
And then
I want Ten Hag to be a coach. I doesn't want to be a coach.
Bro, listen. As much as you want him to be a coach, it's not taking 5 days and 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 10 weeks, and 1 year to coach a player in a system. If you know what the Moneyball system is, that Brighton is used, that Liverpool using, that Mancity using, all those teams with perfect structures. You know what I say about players' development and learning a new system is take 18 months. And not 18 months including vacation, 18 months of games in season. You know what I mean? So when people say Eriktenhag has been here 18 months, 18 months, bro, if that 18 months is not 9 months of season 1 and 9 months of season 2, then it's not 18 months, bro. Because you're acting like these players don't have vacation or 6 weeks or something. You're acting like it didn't have a World Cup. Players not going on international break. Players don't get vacation. You always just say 18 months, 18 months.
Mark, do you count the weekends on the weekday or on the weekdays? Or
no, you're not count. You had to be honest, bro. You had to be genuine about it. You can't be exaggerative and just say, boom. Look, the man had 18 months, bro. Look at it like this, right? Ajax is at the bottom of the Dutch table without Erik ten Hag. So if Erik ten Hag was a terrible coach, then Ajax shouldn't be at the bottom of the table. They should be at the top without him.
Since you're talking about Ajax football, Box quickly is asking what is Ajax football because we have to move on from this.
Just to answer
single pivot, guys. Single pivot, not double pivot like people is be wanting the manager to do, which is non-existent in Ajax philosophy.
Mark, to answer your question, Ange.
Ange is a rubbish coach, bro. When Ange flopped this season and finished below Ten Hag, we will come back to Ange Ball. We'll have a specific conversation stream between me and you and Ange Ball.
I'm loving Big
remember, guys, everybody watching tonight, just remember I tell Olmo tonight, Ange Ball finishing below Ten Hag Ball this season. Just remember I tell Olmo that.
So Ange Ball, we have to wait. Okay.
No, just let me wait. Because here what's going on, bro. I know
Can
what's
you
going on
believe
with
that?
you and
Oh.
Ange Ball. But you see,
Papi,
you will
can you-
not listen to the facts about Ange's success at Tottenham.
Papi,
If I tell
Papi,
you the
number
facts, you will
18.
disagree.
Okay,
Ange,
all
Papi,
right,
at
all
number,
right,
Papi,
all
at
right.
number 18. At number 18, bottom there, can you put, no, actually, at number 19, can you put Mark versus Omo, Edinburgh versus ETH? So we can remember the dates. So I'll be there.
Yes.
I'll be there.
November. Wait, what date? November 18. You said?
Nah, put it right there. Put it right there. But on the VR and rap, put it on. Run right there on the 19. Right
Okay,
there on
on
19, I'll be there. I'll be there. When is the season over? When is the season over?
Almost said that.
I'm Guardiola.
I
He'll
tell
be
you,
there.
bro. Hey, listen, Olmo, at the end of January, I don't want to hear you crying.
No, I'm waiting for the season is over. I'll be there. I'm not
You
giving.
ain't
I'm
gotta
not giving
wait till the
us
season
January.
over, bro. After
Okay.
January,
What's
you go
I'll be
understand
there.
what I'm talking about. This is how
What's the difference
confident
right
I
now
is because
between
listen,
United's players?
not saying Ange is not a decent coach.
Okay.
I'm not saying
Guys.
Ange
No.
is not a
Let's not
decent
talk
coach.
handball. Luan is the same arguments. Well, let's move on from that.
Don't worry. We'll angle just another day. When the season is over, we'll bring it back up.
All right. Yale says, I'll give VAR and referee a B+. They did not
Thank you.
have much effect on the game. Does
I
anybody
agree. Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
I
They didn't give that penalty for Maguire. So yes.
I
Yes.
still would give them a C-, bro. I think the referee allowed too much of tackles to go out of hand against United. I feel like
Yeah, I
Bayern
disagree.
Munich should have had at least 4 or 5 yellow cards in that game. Yeah, I feel like Haaland deserves to get a few free kicks throughout the game that he didn't get. I mean, he big and strong, but you could clearly see Upamecano forcefully shoving him about the place. At the end of the day, it's a football game. It's not a rugby game. You shouldn't be shoving nobody. You know what I mean? So
Also, Mazraoui didn't get a yellow in the first half against the Nacho.
exactly, it had men climbing on top of the man back and no yellow card. This is madness. Sometimes, like I understand, and I would never, and I truly never just try. I try my best not to complain about the ref and make it the reason why we lose. But you could see why sometimes the players is be so frustrated in games, because other teams don't deal with this nonsense week in, week out, like Manchester United have no choice but to. And even when the referees seem like they're doing an okay job, there's always still be, being a little bit harsh, because if you look at some of the challenges in the game, look at what Amrabat got a yellow card for, and look at some of the challenges that went in on Antony in the first half. No yellow card no yellow card. Look, I watched Antony get one of the players get take out in the box, no penalty. Insanity business.
Omo, big up to you for watching the game again. Did you feel like the ref was biased when you watched it again? Omo, you there?
I fell asleep. Enjoyed it.
His mic on mute.
Almost zoned out.
No, I was gonna say shout out to the ref for not giving that penalty to Maguire, but it was like they didn't give them some calls, they didn't give us some calls, so I'm pretty sure it's kind of balanced in a way.
Yeah. Well,
but them not getting yellow in the first half was like, okay, ref, I see what you're doing here.
Guys, I see it. There's the other grades. I think the team grade probably averages to a C- or maybe a D, because we have an F in there and so forth. But Lord, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I will be there, says Omo. Hopefully, at the end hit the like button if you haven't done so. We are done with the Bayern Munich review. Thank goodness.
Football Power Hour.
Okay, so we got the number of scouts that Man United have. Can you guys guess how many scouts Brighton have?
Less than that.
So Man United has 48 scouts. How many scouts does Brighton have?
Okay, 3.
3, okay. What are you saying, Omo? Be quick. Let's be quick with it. 11.
23.
23, not a bad shout. Kenny, what do you say?
15.
15. They actually have 16, fans. 16. Man United had So there's the whole thing that's why it's so baffling. Man United had 60 scouts and it was trimmed down to 48, and now Brighton has 16. Man City, I think, have 20. The average is 20 for any Premier League club. It's 20 scouts.
Insane.
And you wonder what in the world these 48 bozos are doing.
Problem is not the scoutings, Papi. Like
to speak on the
I
ball,
feel like
the
it's not the
difference.
scouts. I feel like it's more the board. Because let me tell you something, right? I feel like the board is paying more attention to shirt sellers than quality footballers. They like football. You see, ever since Rashford created this brand around him where he doing the feeding the kids and all those nice things, I feel like the club is constantly be looking for the next player with something unique going on about them, rather than the next player with a unique ability to perform well and increase the levels of the players around them. Because if you look at this, right, I would say that most of the other scouts is piggyback off of Manchester scouts, because as we all know, if not for Ralph Ragnick, Julian Alvarez might never see the Premier League. Same with Caicedo, because they all were scouted by Ralph Ragnick and Man United scouts. Julian Alvarez, Caicedo, this guy playing at Liverpool, what's his name?
Nunes.
Darwin Nunes.
Jota.
It's Diaz.
Luis
Diaz. Sorry, then it have Enzo Fernandez at Chelsea. It have quite a few players about the league that was scouted by Ralph Ragnick and Man United scouts, and Man United could have got them, all of them, about 5 of them together for less than 60 million. And they didn't do it when Ralph Ragnick was here. So let me be real. It's not the scouts. The scouts are doing their job. It's just the club, it's the board, it's what happening behind the scenes. Just imagine, think about these perspectives. Ten Hag have the same coaching staff that is do defensive drills and set piece drills that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had. He was forced to use them.
Yeah,
he was not able to bring in his specific coaching staff for his style of football. You understand? So it's like when they compare him to Ange Postecoglou, who have 17 members of his own coaching staff. You compare him to Pochettino, who have a 22-man coaching staff. You compare him to Graham Potter, who take 18 people in his coaching staff to Chelsea. You compare him to Pep, who have 16 members of the coaching staff. Arteta have 18. Klopp have 14. All he have is 3 people that he was allowed to choose when he was supposed to bring in an entire staff. So these are all the circumstances and disadvantages. When you look at what he had to deal with outside of the football.
Why does Ten Hag have 2 assistants though? That's weird. He's the only manager in the Premier League who has. McLaren.
Yeah, well, guys, where the club tell him he could have bring. The club tell him they didn't allow him to bring his full coaching staff. They only tell him 2 assistants. But he 2 others.
No, usually coaching staff have 1 assistant, but he has 2.
Yeah, but he was supposed to have his entire coaching team come with him, and Man United didn't allow that.
So, but then he brought in Benny McCarthy.
Yeah, but listen to me. You understand what coaching team is? It means the defensive coaches. It means the set piece coaches. That's a team. That's not his team. This is people that he meet at the club. You know what I mean? Think about. All right, let me just take this. If Man United fans take one question into hand, right? If Pep, Klopp, Arteta, Eddie Howe, Ange Postecoglou, Poch, if all of those managers had to deal with a player in their club or 2 players in their club that was dealing with allegations and the fans was protesting them out right at the end of the transfer window when they already planned to have this player in the squad, the team already decided they're going to support this player in the squad, and the fans decide we go and protest them out and virtue signal and just protest them out because we believe in the allegations. Although the legal courts say they didn't believe in that. So what going to happen? Your season going to start off in turmoil because immediately you have to change your entire scouting plan or your entire transfer plan because a very important player now has to be removed from the squad. And as much as some people may not like it, Mason Greenwood would have been one of the most key players for us this season because he's one player that is create and get goals. So if we move past him and we look at the other things in the transfer window that the Glazers did not want to help him move on players he wanted out of the club. You know, if any of those other managers I spoke about had to deal with those things, where would their season be? Where would their clubs be? Imagine we are 6th, ahead of Newcastle, ahead of Chelsea, right? And only 4 points behind City and the other teams.
Spurs.
9 points behind Arsenal, right? And this manager had to deal with that, and players apparently down in tools on him. And he's still in 6th place.
Are we 6th? Are we 6th place?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still 6th.
So this is why I want to ask people. This is why I want Manchester fans to consider. You know what I mean? We have 22 games left. We're in 6th place. Look at what this manager had to deal with at the beginning of his 2nd season at this club. And look where this club is. Take into account that we as fans, we never made excuses for any of this at the beginning of the season. Throughout the season, we never made excuses for this. But if you was to put this on the doorstep of every other manager in the top 10 teams, would they be able to keep their teams in the positions or carry them teams to the positions they're in now?
Yes.
Just like our manager is? I don't think so.
Yes, it would. All they had to do was coach. All this Usher, Romagro, this back and forth, this staff and this coach the player. Man's the player.
Coach the player with coaching staff who don't know nothing about your style of football.
You want to be a politician and do this and that.
Notice that eriktenhag never made any excuses. I was just asking the question. So let me don't act like if he made any excuses. He never made one excuse. Right? I just wanted you. I just wanted to understand a coaching staff. If you want a manager to coach, he have to have people to implement his system. He have 3 people out of a possible 25. Right? Now, if you want to coach a style of football, a brand new style of football, right? The defensive coaches need to understand the style. The set piece coaches need to understand the style. The attacking coaches need to understand the style. Our defensive coaches are the same defensive coaches from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, my bro. The set piece coaches are the same set piece coaches from Ole Gunnar. They don't understand expansive play. So your argument is mute in a sense because you're blaming it all on him, but he can't do it alone. All the other managers have help. He doesn't. He's a one-man army.
So we just fire him and get someone that could do it.
Oh, okay, cool. But that's someone going to use the same coaches, right? And because he's not going to be able to bring in a coaching staff. Imagine Ten Hag had no head of medical department until the 1st of August 2023. So these are the kind of things where you just always blame Ten Hag and say mismanagement.
There was a head of medical department before Steve Driscoll came in. There was somebody else.
No, he was away. He was left. He left the job months ago. Steve Driscoll was the first head of medical in the last for about 9 months. We didn't have one. Since last season, we didn't have one.
He started working at PG for the PGMOL. Yeah, so probably you're right. He started.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like we can make. Just remember, Ten Hag never make no excuses. He never make one. I just put in it to fans that this is what this manager had to deal with here on a list, right? And if you want to say that any other manager would do better, cool, no problem. I waiting to see it. I want to see it happen because when look Eddie Howe have 4 injuries. Look at everybody crying for Newcastle. 2 injuries and 2 suspensions, 4 losses in a row. Right? So if you're looking at it, it's a difficult situation the man facing, and he doing a decent job.
This is Manchester United. All this extra help, he would not get it here. He would not get it here.
Huh?
all that extra help will not get it here. This Manchester United, you're gonna get what you get, and you have to make it work.
Well, that was show. Well, you mad? You see, that's the delusion in some fans.
Too many men.
When you don't even want your own club to have at least a proper standard and approach situations with a level head to want to actually head in the right direction, then we lost the plot as fans. Because if our club can raise their levels to make sure this manager at least have a proper coaching staff and a proper fitness, medical staff to see about players, then you can't blame the manager for injuries, one, and you can't blame the manager for the fact that we don't score set-piece goals. And if you can't blame the manager for that, then you have to look at a lot of things. And the manager never make an excuse for it. I'm pretty sure if it was Poch, he would be crying about it. Eddie Howe would have done be crying. You know, Pep would talk about it every single interview, just like Klopp. You know what I mean? And Arteta would probably say it's a disgrace. So Eriktenhag in make an excuse. All he does say is, we have to do better. I will do better. We want to win. We are working on it. We will fix it. And he has been, and if you look at the team progression this season,
he's on his way out. The next manager will come in and control it and have better control. This
next manager coming in and do worse. I hear for it. As a United fan for the rest of my life, bro.
If that manager do worse, we're gonna fire them as well.
Yeah, we're going to be the dregs, bro. We're going to get relegated. I hear for it, though, because as a United fan, I hear for it. Just remember, I will be here. I will never switch allegiances. So if you want a new manager, when that new manager come in and he take us to relegation, I hope I'll stick with him for 6 years, because that's what he will take. He will take twice as long as Eriktenhag.
No manager will ever relegate us, because he's going to get fired before that.
He will still get relegated, bro.
Box is also fed up like you, over Box wants Ole back.
Right? All he has to do is
coach. No, you know, Box is not a football fan.
Nah. You see,
if he want Ole back, he definitely don't want to win any trophies for the rest of the life.
Ole is not a wife. Ole is like a girlfriend. You're not gonna marry her. He will just get us over.
Yeah, but Ole's a rubbish coach. The man bring Benny McCarthy in and Marcus Rashford scored the first time in 9 years, 30 goals in a season. First time in 9 seasons, he scored 30 goals, and men will say he's the bluntest ever. But
you see, the thing is, everybody doesn't want Erik ten Hag out, but you don't want to go through the cycle. It's okay. Penny is good. Just let him go.
This is the statement I will agree with Jarvis. I will agree with Jarvis here. He should not have accepted the terms with only 3 staff members. It's a naive move from him.
That's his fault.
He probably thought he could have get the coaches to play his style.
He thought, he don't thought, because he interviewed for the job. He interviewed the job. He said he interviewed the job. That's what he said.
Stop being an American for once now, bro. Be a football
He said
fan.
he interviewed for the job. I'm going by what he said. I'm going by what he said.
What does that mean, Mark? Americans can't be football fans?
Bro, listen. Have a legend of the game in football in America.
We have the legend.
Name one American football legend that's comparable to a football legend in Europe, or comparable to Dwight York. Name one. You have none.
Oh, so that's your yardstick of measuring somebody's wisdom of football?
No, but what I'm saying is, if you're in a country that never had football live on television until 2014 or 2015, right? So that's like less than a decade of football history, bro.
I was watching football before that.
Cool.
In the stream, Dave.
You're a rare one, bro.
Yo, Box says, regardless of the hammerings we are taking under Ten Hag, an embarrassment, record-breaking humiliations.
Clearly, you never see the losses we get under Moyes and Ferguson when he now start. Clearly.
No, I'm not bringing up Ferguson, because Ferguson's a legend.
He finished 13th, 11th, and 9th in his first 3 seasons, bro. I just want to know.
So we give it 3 seasons? Okay, no problem.
I just wanted to know, like, if Klopp could finish 9th, if Arteta could finish 8th twice, right? Then what is Ten Hag finishing, let me say, 5th or 6th once, and after he finished 3rd? That is small thing, bro. That is minor. And a lot of fans might cry and say, we have standards. Why they wasn't crying about them standards under Oli? Why they wasn't crying about them standards under Van Gaal, under Jose Mourinho, under Moyes? Why they wasn't crying for standards then? Because there was not. They weren't.
We're just having fun with those managers. And especially Ole.
So cry now. When we have no money, to fix the problem, they want to cry.
Ole and Moyes give us fun.
Bro, Ole living in a dream world, bro. Guys are mad, see. You can't cry when you have no money, you know. You gotta cry when you have money to spend.
Under Mourinho, you suffered. Then Ole came in and gave us fun.
Bro, under Mourinho, if Ole didn't back Rashford, Ole would have been better off. Ole back Rashford, and look where Rashford got you all. No titles, no trophies until Ten Hag came here. Ten Hag is the greatest thing ever happened to Rashford's career. If it wasn't for Ten Hag, Rashford would still be languishing with less than 100 league goals after 9 seasons.
Wait a minute. Didn't Rashford win in Europa with the great Jose Mourinho?
You would have still be languishing in the Premier League with less than 100 goals in 9 years, just like Anthony Martial. So when you all want to back shit players, back them. But let me just show you. Look how Jose Mourinho was right. 6 years later, he was right. Martial is shit. Shaw is shit. Rashford is shit. They're shit, bro.
They're all shit. They just need better coaching.
Bro, listen to me. Listen to me. The only solution to shit players is to get them out. No other coach go and get the best of them. Wanting to get the best of players is why we in this shit in the first place. Because before, Alex Ferguson would have told them fellas get out the door. You think Marcus Rashford will be playing for United under Alex Ferguson? Bro, he would have been sold in his second season. Alex would have come out and say, bro, he's not good enough.
But Alex Ferguson use him?
Alex Ferguson would have never used bro.
All right.
Never.
You sure about that?
Because he's not a winger. He don't have the ability of a winger, bro. A winger's first priority is to get assists. An elite winger, there's average 10 to 15 assists in Europe, right? I want you to Google the list of wingers in the Premier League and watch the ratings. Who finished in 19th place every season for the last 10 seasons in a row? Marcus Rashford. Who assists in the Premier League. Imagine he finishing below men who making 5,000 a week and 10,000 a week and thing. That mad scene, bro.
And ETH will start him the next game. Get this man out of here, man.
Bro, let me tell you something, bro. Get these players out of here. These players been here way too long, and they're robbing United fans of victories. The manager want to win. He proved it last season.
Who starts the player?
Oh my God,
bro! All right, listen to me. Stop arguing like if you never meet a club in life.
Okay, I'm done.
Hold on. I got a quick question for Munch. Would you like Graham Potter?
Madness.
End the stream, Dave. No.
Listen, win me one time, Papi, because Graham Potter.
Yeah.
Bro. Sachiv, you know what I want to say about Graham Potter? The only reason people is rate Graham Potter is one reason. He shares something with bro, I don't know why he's rated. Look at what he do at Chelsea. You really want him to come to Manchester United?
Hell no.
No,
bro. Like why?
we will be relegated if we get Potter.
Bro, he breaks. Like, he's the one.
I want to cry tears. I read the article and I want to cry tears because it have fans actually saying bring Potter, you know, Papi. Bro, he kind of.
I wanted to throw up. Bro, the moment I was like, "What? Is this really real?" Graham Potter, Graham Flopper. The boys gave everything FC. Is that what they want to make us? Hell no! Keep that man out of my club. I'd rather have Brian Potter over Graham Potter.
Listen, I wouldn't lie, guys. Let me tell you something, Sometimes I'd be upset with Ten Hag sometimes over Ronaldo because, in my honest opinion, a 50-year-old Ronaldo better than a 19-year-old Marcus Rashford any day of the week. You understand? And when a player like when you hear an article and you see an interview with a player saying, I'm ready to take the lead and be that talisman of a team, and then they just flop in the bed game after game after game after game. Bro, it's like, what are we doing here? And I do like to go in on players, bro, because I think sometimes players just have bad form, but like a player had to know for himself too and be responsible. Like, coach, I off it right now, bro. Let me come on as a sub. Give somebody else a chance. Yeah. Because sometimes, bro, you had to know when to take yourself out of the firing line as a responsible person too. You know what I mean? You have to have your own pride, your work ethic, your own drive and ambition for your own life to go in a positive direction. And sometimes I just feel like people is minus these from players. They talk about players like there's mindless drones. Like if the manager tell a player, run forward, that's all he go and do for the entire game is run forward. He don't have a brain to analyze that, hey, if I don't run back, this man go and score. You know what I mean? The manager don't have to tell you that, bro. You could see that and assess that depending on where you is on the field and where your teammates are. So for me, I feel like players need to hold a level of responsibility that they didn't used to hold before, because they're not showing performances of players who deserve to be at Manchester United. Not all of them. Some of them showing decent performances, but they can't do it by themselves. If one man in midfield playing his heart out, we still wouldn't have a good midfield. We need at least two of them to play their heart out, or if not all of them. You know what I mean? So to blame the manager is right in occasions when, you know, he tactically get it wrong, you know, depending on what we all see, you know, whatever the case is, you know. He didn't make any impact in the game to change the game, these kind of things. But when you see that team that doing the same thing for the last 6 years, and you're seeing 10, 11 players who was there the last 6 years doing the same thing, it's not the manager's fault, because that other managers there. It's the player now. Something wrong with this player.
Graham Potter. Bring on Graham Potter.
I'm gonna bots Mark.
Have a good night, man. I am about to go too, because when you see this man start to talk about Harry Potter, if it's not the movie, I don't want to watch it.
No, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the ex-Chelsea manager. Bring on Graham
Potter. Talking about a failure.
We'll be playing Christmas tree formation.
But wait, not
you know the good thing about Graham Potter. Like, as in, he just follow after ETH.
What is this?
They want to play from the back. Graham Potter could do it from the back. Then we just do for more.
What happened to Chelsea when he tried?
Well, Chelsea was a shambles. He walked into a shambles. Same way ETH has walked into.
It's Chelsea's fault. It's not his fault.
The same way ETH has walked into Manchester United shambles, the same way Potter walked into Chelsea shambles.
Bro, he walked into a squad and get $1 billion purse. He purchased what he want. He bought who he wanted. He got everything on his list.
John Bowley got it done.
Bring Graham Potter to United.
Bro, Graham Potter cannot win without getting the players
he will elevate us in a way.
He will elevate us where the loser fell to the second to the relegation and championship. Listen to me, King, right? I want to hear him out on this set, Olmo. I know you're no baller, but sometimes your predictions too far off the mark, my youth. Right? I totally respect your ball knowledge, but Graham Potter, my bro, let me tell you something. You say something earlier in the stream. You say something and then Box say something. Box say he would bin these floppy players, right? Anybody here would bin Kevin De Bruyne? Anybody here would bin Mohamed Salah?
No.
But he was, you know, them two players was binned at Chelsea for flopping for 2 seasons in the Premier League. Mo Salah was at Chelsea. He flopped for 3 seasons, and then he went to Roma, flopped for another 2 seasons, and then he came to the Premier League for Chelsea for Liverpool.
He didn't flop. He didn't flop.
This is his first year in the Premier League. He done spent 3 years flopping.
No.
So imagine if he was Antony, or you would have sell him, and then 2 years later he'd have come back and bang a hat trick against you. You know, it's like with Pogba do Manchester United. Sometimes listen, football is not played on paper. It's not a video game.
It's played on paper.
And as
Look
much
at
as you
Bradley.
want players to just find chemistry because they have these abilities and just work together instantly in a brand new system, it don't always happen like that.
What system? We have no system.
Bro, you only
Hey,
saying
Bots,
that
hold up the
because
comment.
Spurs was
Okay.
lucky. Ange was lucky that 7 of the players didn't get sell last season. Fit his
He wasn't
expansive
lucky.
system.
He wasn't lucky.
Those 7 players
wasn't lucky.
start in his lineup. Then he bought 4 starters: a goalkeeper, a defender, a midfielder, and an attacker. He bought 4 starters. So he
hold
full
on,
an
hold on,
entire
what
starting
starter?
11 with players who fit his
Brandon
system.
Johnson. Oh,
Right?
players
But you
who
want
fit
to
system.
compare Spurs to United. You
Wait,
don't
so
argue now. You
and
don't argue now.
and what players that fit the system? And my manager ETH cannot buy players to fit his system. Okay, well done. So Lissandro, is that a flop? I don't know. Anthony is a flop.
Anthony's not a flop, bro. No player does flop in less than 2 seasons, bro. I want you to hear me there.
It takes 2 seasons. Okay, we wait till next season, then we'll call him a flop then.
All right, so when he bang at the end of the season, bro, almost you gonna be in the mud, you know.
Mark would have kept Alexis Sanchez at this rate.
Yeah,
bro, this is the problem. A man like Papi who thought Alexis Sanchez should wear a red shirt. This is like men who thought it was a good idea to buy Pogba back. 90 million for Pogba back. Listen to man.
Also spending money on buying Cristiano Ronaldo. Get all out of here.
Boy, Cristiano Ronaldo scored more goals than Rashford.
With
less help.
Mark, hold on a second.
With less help.
Hold on a second. I want to circle to Yale's comment. Potter is not a bad manager at all. I don't get the hate he gets. He was tossed into a Chelsea team with 40-plus players and only 25 would get to play. How can a manager survive that room of chaos?
He bought 25 of those 40 players. You know that, right, Yali? He bought 25 players. Google it. Graham Potter purchased 25 players. I think it was 8 youth players and 17 starting players to replace the starting 11. He had a blank check, bro. Graham Potter is the only manager besides Poch to have no excuses for his failures. There's nothing to excuse his failure. He is a rubbish coach. He was lucky at Brighton.
Who's more rubbish, Potter or Lampard?
Lampard. It's a hard argument there because, I mean, both of them technically have a similar win and loss record, if you want to be fair. And De Zerbi is getting very close to that win and loss record right now because he packing 4s, he packing 6s, and he packing 3.
Luan rates Potter, saying Potter is a decent manager. He doesn't have the ability to manage the chaos that is Manchester United.
No offense, Luan, but you rate Scotty Mack and Marcus Rashford, so you know how questionable that rating is. Graham Potter.
You rate Diego Dalot, so here we are.
Yeah, but Diego Dalot is actually a football player, bro. Not like Scotty McTominay and Marcus Rashford. These fellas only are athletes. Like, let me be real, man. Let me be real, man. Diego Dalot is get past more players than Marcus Rashford in this season. When Diego Dalot beat the first man, he always gained him rap. Diego Dalot scored better goal than Rashford scored for this whole year. That one goal Dalot scored better than all the goals Rashford scored this year.
What, the one that the goalkeeper should have saved? Yeah, okay.
No, the one that hit the back of the net, swoosh.
We could do this all day, but I'm not
shaking. The keeper don't save.
We could do this all day. We could do this all day, but I'm not a Ronald.
I want to close the show.
Players.
Yeah, I wanna sort of like conclude the show by looking at Liverpool at the game. Some of the games that we're playing. We're gonna play the predictions games tomorrow because we'll be here all night if we play it. But I want to say big up to everybody that's been commenting, everybody that's been
thanks for joining us, guys.
I hope you take the time to think about the teams that you're, the outcomes that you're going to be predicting.
I predicted one outcome already today. United 2-1.
Match day 16 went that way. Match day 15 had a couple of yellows. match day 14, a couple of yellows. What is match day 17 going to have? At the moment, Mark is leading, almost second. Oh, I'm third. Sashir fourth. R10 fifth. And
Wow,
the list goes on.
Can we predict one game? Because it's an early kickoff.
Say what?
Can we predict one game because it's an early kickoff? That's the Forest game.
Oh, you can predict one. Yes, let's exactly. Thank you. That's the reason why you're on it. It's the Nottingham Forest versus Spurs. We got to put in that prediction right now. So what are you saying? Let's start with you, Munch, since you're so sharp and so on it. Thank you for reminding me, bro.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna 2-1 to Tottenham. I think it'll be close.
What?
2-1 Spurs.
Flip that score for me. As a matter of fact, 3-1 Nottingham Forest.
All right, don't come crying to me if I'm right. You know what I'm saying to that.
Man, you know what happened? You know what happened? You know what's happening, man. Just remember.
2-3-0 Spurs. You think I'm a bet against handball? You think I'm a bet against handball?
I bet your money to destroy handball. Hey, watch me. Hear my word on this.
I'm putting your name in here.
He's a United ex-striker.
What are you saying?
Handball? Never.
First goal will be scored by Antony Langer. Watch.
Is he playing?
It could be a good shout.
If Elanga scores, bro, I'll be so happy, man. I'll be so
happy.
We will be there.
Stephanie says 2-1 Forest win. Stephanie goes with the home prediction strategy as usual.
My strategy. Big up the one.
2-1 Forest, right? That's what Stephanie said.
Yeah, she just said 2-1 Forest.
Okay, what are you saying? Sashir?
Handball.
Handball? He's saying handball, mate.
Box the handball. Box it 3-1 Spurs.
Box says 3-1 Spurs. Okay, let me put it.
Luman, prediction, but Omo was saying handball.
The Nottingham Forest, Tottenham Hotspurs game, Luman. If you could leave your prediction before you go to bed.
Spurs is winning 3-0. Easy 3-0. Easy 3-0. Pedro Porro, Idogi, Saw, Basuma, Son, Richarlison, 3-0. So the Forest is losing at their own home.
Madison,
you lost me at Richarlison, man.
Richarlison. Richard Nelson, you man calling?
Yes, Richarlison.
Talking about Richarlison.
Have some respect of Richarlison.
Richard Nelson.
Hey, that's
the fake Brazilian.
Hey, that's Soldier Boy, man. Soldier Boy up in it. Oh.
South African in Brazil.
I'm gonna put it.
Richard Nelson.
I hope you all watch the match tomorrow. Watch a proper style of play. See Pedro Porro in the dodging movement.
Yeah.
See the movement.
See how they get smashed up. See how they get smashed up with 9 men. Playing a high line. What about he in game management?
Smashed us.
He in game management was great, and he gets smashed up playing with 9 men. Such a saying.
Yeah. I was about to say my score prediction before, just before Omo just saying handball.
Hey, go ahead, Sashir. We're waiting on you. Man, we're also waiting on you. Make sure you put in your prediction. Big up to you. It's 3:30 a.m. in my country. Please let me sleep. Have liked the stream and got enough bored by Eriktenhag fanboy Mark. Good night. Oh no, Lumen. Please. If you're still here, please.
I will be here when Eriktenhag turn the season around. I will be here for it.
Yeah.
3-2 Forest.
3-2 Forest. Yeah. All right.
You know James Garner don't play for Forest, right?
Everton, isn't it?
He's in Everton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this one is it's a really good split. I'm predicting a Spurs win. Almost says a Spurs win. Box says a Spurs win. Man says Spurs win. Sashir says Forest. And Stephanie says Forest. And Mark says Forest.
It's Everton. He's Everton.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
Everton.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bet against the great James Garner. Yeah, we leave I think the remaining ones are for Saturday, right? So we bet for that one tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow.
By the way, make sure you give me your prediction in the comment section. If you're not able to do it live, big up to everybody that's tuned in, that's been a part of this show today. It was a really, really, really fun. Lumen says Spurs win, but what prediction? What score are you predicting, brother? Tell us by how much. What is the actual score? Stephanie's going with a forest fire. It's gonna be deforestation. Yo, I do think the first manager Ianos will get the club will be someone without a big reputation, someone who will be perfect for the vision that they got.
What vision is that?
I agree.
Enter the Champions League because they have the same board as Nice.
I agree with that. I agree. Ineos.
Yeah,
Ineos a 25% takeover. I hope everybody know that because it's a share investment, right? And not a share, not a minor invest, it's a share buy, right?
Yeah.
All the money from him can only go into the pockets of the Glazers. It cannot be reinvested in the club. And he, as a minority shareholder, cannot invest money directly into Manchester United. So,
hey, Mark, this is why I said don't drink the Kool-Aid. That's what I'm saying. People are drinking the Kool-Aid.
Let's get my camera.
Son with a brace and proo.
Yeah, we got the 3 When wait, what is proo? Is it
yeah.
Yeah. Man, get out of here, bro. Those are the pigeon dents. He's
Richard Nelson not doing anything.
Yo. What a funny one. I never heard that one before. Big up, guys. Yo, let's close up the shop and say thank you again.
You know, almost a closet Bruno fan. But
I think he's out the closet with Bruno. Look at that picture. Come on, bro. Like, what? That's not a closeted Bruno fan right there. That's his display picture, bro. He's Bruno in, Bruno all the way in. You know?
Hey, yo. Pause.
Hey, yo. And Munch is
all the way in.
Munch is Porter out. Porter stay out. That's your stand, right?
Porter stay away.
Porter stay away. There we go. Yo, big up to Lou, man.
Where's Voldemort?
Richie the Pigeon Dance. Oh my goodness, you are so reckless, bro. Any final words, guys, as we closing shop? Make sure you support Mark Kenny Fan TV. By the way, everybody in here except Munch has their own YouTube channel. So, guys, please be kind and just go over there and do that. If you're watching this and you haven't hit the like button yet, you're a disgrace.
Guys, before you go to bed, just make sure you look at Kenny Fans TV latest live post, guys. The one where he's out riding, cycling. You have to see it, guys. Trust me. It's going to be laughs.
Oh my goodness. We gotta see that. Lumen, what 3:37 at night? What country? Lumen, I believe, is in Southern Africa. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. But main thing, guys, support. Let's support each other, and we will continue the predictions game tomorrow after the happy hour. So one more time, I cannot. Yes, we're gonna play the Kahoot version again tomorrow. Yes, let's go. And one more time, Omo. What's your YouTube channel again? I keep on forgetting the name, brother.
I'll figure it out when ETH out started ringing again.
Okay.
On Twitter, ETH out. ETH out.
Have no pride. Have you no?
All I complain about is ETH out and him will not start to play. That's it. And I'll watch proper ball in the Europa League and Europa Conference League.
Got it. Well, big up to you, bro. Yo, we out of here. We don't sleep. Team No sleep, says Stephanie. Yo. Please, guys,
Big
let's have
up,
a great night.
Jarvis.
Big up,
Thank
Jarvis.
you, Jarvis.
We out of here, guys. Peace. Yo.
Combination.
Football Power Hour.
Have you no pride? Have you no discipline? Have you no focus? Get your stuff together, young